It is just about dark. I think this is on a Tuesday evening, and it was exactly 9 weeks ago on a Tuesday evening, just about dark, that we planted these little bitty tiny tomato plants about that big. And we planted some of them in regular twin eagle soil, and we've got right over here. And this one over here was just all but dead. We put some Humisoil in there to kind of perk it up. And these guys are doing pretty good right now, actually, since I've added that Humisoil. And then we had over here, we planted some others. And they're quite a bit taller. They go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 tall on that side. Over on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tall. So about 2 foot taller than the Humisoil. But let me turn this camera around and we'll take a little closer look at them. All right, these are actually looking pretty doggone good. We have been watering these, and we have added some Humisoil. You see we got a lot better soil in there than what we had. We haven't watered these at all since we put the Humisoil in. We are still having degrees in the 90s. We have had in the month of September 1.8 8/10 inch of rain and 0.2 and 0.2, 1.2 inches total. Here we are into October, and we have no rain forecast the next 2 weeks, so we'll see what's going to happen. Now, the one thing that's pretty different in these have perked back up a lot. This one right here was the really bad one. It's perked back up some, but I don't know if it's going to make it or not. I guess it will. It's looking pretty good up here. But the one thing that we have buds on these, but we have no tomatoes. That's one of the huge differences. This is a nice looking plant right here. It's got some beginning to get larger. And this plant down here on this end, same deal. It's beginning to get pretty large base. And we've got them tied up there to the sticks. But we have no tomatoes on this. That's one of the big things, is there's no tomatoes. There's buds. We've got quite a few little buds going in there. The buds don't look that great, though, to be honest with you. Now, these were the ones that were just on regular twin eagle soil. We added Humisoil in to see if we could kind of perk them back up a little bit. Honestly, those buds don't look very good at all, just to be honest with you. We got buds, but they don't look very good. All right, let's just walk over here, take a look at the other side. And the other side, again, these are quite a bit taller, quite a bit bigger around at the bases, at the stalks of them, quite a bit bigger around. And the difference is we had tomatoes. We had tomatoes on these over here, several tomatoes as a matter of fact. And I don't know, some of these are baby tomatoes, some of them are larger tomatoes. We got about, I think, 3 different kinds of plants. Here's a couple tomatoes up here. Now, if those are, I don't know which is which, I really don't. So we've got a few tomatoes on there. There's another guy down there. I think those 2 biggest plants is the ones that's got the tomatoes on them. Yeah, that's on the big, nope, that's on this plant right here. So this plant's got a tomato on it also. And I guess this one, this sort of looks like the same type that's not doing that great over there. And it doesn't appear to be having any buds on it. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But we've got a few tomatoes over here. But now, again, these buds that's left over here don't look that good either. So I don't know what's going to happen. There's another little tomato right there. So there is maybe, I don't know, 6 or 8 tomatoes on these over here. No tomatoes at all on those over there. It's definitely not the time of the year. Without a doubt, definitely not the time of the year to be planting tomatoes the end of July, when you're having nearly every single day over 100 degrees, some of them 108, 109, 110 degrees, and very, very, very little rain, almost no rain at all. And it's I heard in Oklahoma City that's a possibility there will be no rain. And before I'm in this video, I'm going to show you, I'm going to run a little video of up in the garden where we planted the watermelon seeds. Now, I had that also on a ranch video, so if you've seen it on the ranch video, I looked at them once, and then I looked at them once again about 5 days later, and I have both of those on that ranch video, because that is some amazing things that's happening up there. And well, let's show you that right now, and if you've seen it, just skip past it, and we'll see what's happening again after another week with these rascals. If you remember back from that first video, we planted watermelon seeds down the center of this one aisle right here, down the center of it. Now, we've got a lot of other stuff growing right here. I don't really know what this is right here, but it's not watermelon. It's got some buds on it. And we got something going here. I don't know what that is. It's a big squash or something. I think that is a squash. I believe that's what it is. And look at that. Now this just come up wild. We didn't plant any squash seeds. We just put Humisoil over the top of it. I know what these are right here. Those are okra plants. These are okra plants. And when you look at all the little okra starting to grow out of there, look at all those little baby okra growing right there. That's exactly what that is. Those are okra plants. Now these are grown out from just okra that was left laying on the ground. And you can see, if we don't get a frost here sometime pretty soon and kill these babies, it's not going to be long until we have quite a few okra we'll have to come up here and cut. And I'll take over to Sherry's and fry up. Chris made the best homegrown okra in the world. Man, she was a good cook before she got sick. Look at those okra growing right there. The okra growing right there. Now this is where we planted the watermelons. This is stuff that just come up wild. There's another little squash or something just about to bloom out right there, or just about to take form. Here's some off out here to the side. Again, more off out here to the side. And again, we're going to have a lot of okra. And we keep in mind now we've had 4/10 of an inch of rain since these were planted the last week in July. Now we did have about 1.5 inches during August. So, but in September these were planted the last week in July. So we're about 10 weeks into these here. But now these are coming off of seeds that were simply laying on the ground. And we get up here, we finally get in here to where we started our watermelon plants. You see this is one that comes just from a seed. You can see how good it's doing. It's got a watermelon on it. Beautiful little small watermelon. He's not very big, but he will be. We come over here. Here's another wild okra plant. And now these okras have grown, all of them have grown too big to eat. Look at the size of that okra. Look at the size of that okra, will you? That is a big, big okra right there. Another giant okra. And those come from just okra that was left laying on the ground. Another watermelon plant here that we growing right out of the dead center. Got watermelons, actually watermelons all over it. Watermelons all over it. Here's a pretty good sized watermelon right there. More watermelons out there and out there. Look at the size of this watermelon here. That's a good sized watermelon. We're going to be able to eat these watermelon, feed some of them to the deer here sometime pretty quick. That's a, can't really see it real good, but there it is right there, a good sized watermelon. And as you go down through the center of the aisle here where we planted, again you can see the plants going off in a lot of different directions. More watermelons. There's a good sized watermelon there, a couple melons there, another melon right there. Watermelons everywhere. Off out here to the, this is a wild watermelon that came up from a watermelon seed, from a bad watermelon that was laying here on the ground. And this happened all the way down this aisle, all the way down the aisle where we planted, and we have watermelons on every single vine that we planted. And we've had 4/10 of an inch of rain in the last 5 weeks. I heard on the Oklahoma City, we got buds on this out here. This is something growing out here wild. I heard in Oklahoma City weather, all of these are out here wild. This is just where we turned and the Humisoil got out on the ground. So this is all wild stuff that just came up. But I heard on the Oklahoma City weather that that it may not rain in Oklahoma City for the entire month of October. Never has ever happened before. Keep in mind, we got 8 inches of rain in Oklahoma last October. October is one of the wet months that we have, and they're talking that it may not rain at all. That's a pretty watermelon right there. All right. Is that amazing or what? All right, that'll wrap that up. What do you think about that garden? Isn't it something? Now, I know that's the same video that we had on one of the ranch videos, but I just want to show everybody, because not everybody is interested in this garden stuff right now, particularly this time of the year. But if you're going to grow some flowers, have some flowers inside here when the winter comes, move some of your flowers inside. I know a lot of people do that. Put them in Humisoil waterless garden. Put them in Humisoil waterless garden and see how they do all winter. I think they're going to do fantastic. Those of you that live in apartments and have flowers and plants and stuff in your apartments during the winter, pretty soon you're going to be able to buy that waterless garden. You'll be able to buy it just about everywhere. I think first of all they're going to start it on a little infomercial. I'm not real positive exactly, but Pretty soon they'll be in all the big box stores and everything. You'll be able to buy Humisoil SGTM, Sustained Green Team. It's just an amazing, sustainable green team. Got an amazing product. It's just absolutely amazing. The garden just blows me away. We're growing okra just out of some dead okra that was laying on the ground when we spread Humisoil on top and then put accelerator substrate up on top of it. Amazing. Guys and girls, have you a great one out there. Remember, I sure do love you.